Welcome back to Find Yourself in a Character, my weekly video series that takes us on an exploration of some of my favorite characters and their journeys. I'm Jenny D, author, consultant, and international promoter of Love and Triumph. In this week's episode, I'll be talking about the nonfiction book, Population 1, Autism, Adversity, and the Will to Succeed by Tyler McNamer. Now, this book was incredible, not only because of the content, but because this young man wrote it while in high school, and he is diagnosed with Asperger's. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Asperger's, it's on the autism spectrum, and it's more of the social difficulties and challenges a person with autism might have. And myself, I know two very, very special people to me who have Asperger's. And so reading this book was incredibly enlightening and uplifting. It helped me to understand through Tyler's eyes, and then hopefully through these two important people, how they think, how they perceive the world, how they process what happens, the emotions, and how the mind works and why they respond the way they do in certain ways. Like, bluntness is like something where they just say what they think. There's no filter. Now, I have that issue, but that's because I'm a New York at heart. But it takes you to a different level where you understand that they see a lot of things in black and white, in truth versus lie, and they just, at least according to Tyler, and I can see this in these two people that I love, that lies hurt and they don't like lies. They only like truth. And by speaking truth, they don't understand sometimes when it doesn't come out tactfully that it could be hurtful, but they don't see it that way. They just see it as, well, I'm honest. Why is that a problem? So it was really interesting and enlightening to see how it all works in at least this one individual's mind. And what was even more fascinating was hearing his journey and then seeing him succeed. He wrote this book, and I'm telling you, he wrote it masterfully. And I'm sure he got guidance or whatever. And he said he got guidance from his editor and everything, but these are his words. These are his experiences, his feelings. And I feel more connected to my loved ones. I feel like I have a better understanding, but I also feel like I have hope. There's sometimes this stigma that if you have autism or Asperger's or anything, any kind of perceived disability, it doesn't mean that your struggles don't end in triumph. And I think that's what I took away from this book, that he used his innate being to power through and to follow his dreams. And it was beautiful to witness on paper. And it's possible. And it makes it like, and it's not just for anybody who's struggling with a challenge, it's for everyone in the world. Like, we all have challenges of some sort. And it's our drive, it's our desire, it's our willingness to find the support and resources to make it happen. There is no holding anybody back. Everybody has the ability. And I think that was the most beautiful part of this book. So if you have anybody in your life who struggles with Asperger's, autism, anything at all, I highly recommend that you read this book and be inspired like I was, to see that it's okay if we all have different perspectives, or if we process things differently, or if we have different behaviors. In the end, it's about dreams, and it's about following them, and it's about being true to who you are. And I commend this fantastic young man for going for his dreams, or for being a role model for those like him. And Tyler, I wish you much success, and I hope to see more of your writing in the future. If anybody wants to check me out, I can be found at www.jennydauthor.com. Thank you for tuning in this week, and I will see you next week on Find Yourself in a Character.